Another weapon system to provide close-in support is the flamethrower M132. This destroys targets by shooting burning napalm at distances up to 170 meters for a maximum of 32 seconds.
What's up with the whole flamethrower thing, you ask? I don't know. I'm feeling spicy today, cause oh boy. So, I made a poll, and you guys told me, the beginner dude, we're leaving it up to you. You choose the worst fur fact that you have to give us in this. What the fuck? Oh boy. This is a funny one. This is a great one. You'll see. Just watch by your own eyes.
So, a few days ago I made a video about the YouTuber Shark Hunter and his odd opinions on mental health, age restrictions on animations, and stuff like that. My original video will be linked in the description, or you could just go to my channel to find it. Shark Hunter found my video, which honestly surprised me since I didn't tag him or anything, and it had only gotten less than 100 views at the time he commented. But he put a comment saying he would make a response video about my points and claimed he disagreed with many of them. I later found out due to a comment from somebody in his Discord server that he made a whole announcement about my video telling people to go to defend him from my bullying, which explains all the comments I got from people who, according to my YouTube statistics, didn't even make it past the first minute of the video where I stated this is not a hate video.
A few minutes later.
Because it really does seem like it is just a personal issue with you. Honestly, a really good representation of this dude's emotional maturity if he makes whole-ass announcements about anyone who disagrees with him or points out flaws in his arguments. But in all seriousness, this is genuinely like an awful response to criticism, sending your followers after anyone who disagrees with you.
He never did that! That's just you assuming that he did, but he never did so. I searched his whole server and he never said that. He never ordered anyone to go after you. You're just making shit up without evidence.
Such an immature way to handle things, even for a 14-year-old. I really feel like you shouldn't be posting such aggressive videos if you can't even handle getting a calm and constructive video discussing what you said. The inability to handle criticism is not good when you're running a commentary channel where you're discussing sensitive topics. It generally doesn't speak well on your character when you do things like this, and it shows signs of emotional immaturity and an inability to handle criticism. Another thing is that there were some genuinely disgusting comments being sent to the person who informed me about this.
Want to know where else you can find disgusting comments? In your comment section, and it has a heart!
With them being told they should die, asking what their Discord is, and other awful things. The fact that Shark Hunter is the one who encouraged people like this is honestly gross.
Fellas, you know me, alright? There was once when somebody lied about Klaus leaking nudes, right? and I just made a community post later on apologizing after we investigated the case and realized it was fake. You know that I am totally truth biased. However, I do not see any evidence of Shark Hunter, encouraging anyone to harass this person. You know who is doing that? Actually, I would do that because I'm actually harassment friendly. Yes, I like harassment. Shark doesn't, but I do.
I know I said using words like disgusting and other strong words can show signs of emotional immaturity when it's not deserved, but it honestly is deserved if you tell someone that they should die just because they informed someone about an announcement being made to flood my comments. That is honestly disgusting. If you support this type of behavior and reactions towards calm and informational comments, then you should genuinely not be on the internet. I have also been getting harassed on multiple platforms over the video I made, a calm and organized video where I just stated my thoughts. I didn't use insults and I was level-headed in my video, and the response I got is people coming up to me on multiple different platforms, insulting me and saying genuinely vile things. This is not okay, and you may have said not to harass anyone in your YouTube description, but that doesn't change the fact that you were the one on Discord actively encouraging this harassment.
You are supposing he did when he actually didn't. You don't have even proof, and you're just being misinformed.
All because you didn't like what I had to say. Even the fucking Haluva Boss fandom wasn't this bad when I spoke negatively about that show. But honestly, I was still rather curious to hear what his argument would be, since many of my main points were rather reasonable, like Ventar is a genuine coping mechanism that is recommended by therapists.
Oof, venting, oof. Okay, I'll tell you what's the problem about venting. I am the problem about venting. No joke. I am a manipulative shit. I manipulate people in order for them to do stuff for me, in exchange of nothing. And when you vent to me, you're just exposing all your weaknesses to people like me and whole internet. If I had DMs with that person, they would be already groomed into a lot of bullshit. So that's the problem with venting online. You do not vent to people you do not trust, because people like me will take advantage of you fairly quickly. And I'm not ashamed. I say it openly. Because, again, it's true. I'm a manipulative shit.
You can't automatically assume whether or not someone's being abused by what they post, and if something has a content warning that you ignore, that's on you. Now, since I got a few comments about this, and will likely get more now that there's a response video, I do want to clarify once more. I am not hating on Shark Hunter. I am not hating on him or talking about him as a person.
Yes, you are. You are assuming stuff without any evidence. You're doing baseless accusations of him sending people to harass you when that is not true.
I am merely discussing his points, opinions, and responses to criticism. I am not insulting him or bullying him. This is a video discussing things he said in a video that he posted for the public to see. This is not a hate video or an exposing Shark Hunter video. This is just a discussion, which I think Shark Hunter himself needs to also understand if he's literally making entire harassments, sending people who don't even bother to actually watch the video.
He is not sending anyone. People see how brainless you are to defend furry pornography on YouTube, and they decided to just harass you because you're doing stupid and baseless accusations, and they're making fun of you deservedly. So once more, he's not sending anyone. People just see you and say, haha, stupid idiot defending furry pornography with 16 plus warnings that serve no purpose. For God's sake.
To flood my comments telling me to stop insulting or bullying him. Anyways, getting to the actual video now, he starts by saying that I post random irrelevant content.
Let's see. Awful, disgusting, irrelevant. Chainsaw. Oh no. Yeah, peak degeneracy over here. Requesting airstrike. Echo 5 airstrike. Boy, this is fucked up. Yep, irrelevant.
And then has a little bit of text that appears on the screen that appears for literally less than a second, saying that he means irrelevant in the context of the video.
Hello everybody, it is Shark Hunter here, and today we're going to be reacting to a video made for me. Now this channel generally posts random irrelevant content. I guess she posts has-been hotel reviews. Yeah, but besides that, I guess we should get into the video.
But I'd like to clarify that my channel used to be an animation channel that's now doesn't even want to bother acknowledging my entire section of that because he's just tired of talking about it.
Every single commentary video that has made a video on me has included this in some way or another in their videos. It's actually starting to become really annoying how they just focus on this one video I made 5 months ago and disregard literally everything else. I admit I got pretty angry in that video, and I admit a lot of the things I said in that video could have been reworded in a different way. But anyways, I am not reviewing this video for a 5th time in a row. Let's head on to our next point.
But have you ever considered that maybe the reason so many people are bringing it up is because you were genuinely wrong in that part?
No, because as I already told once, and I'll say it again, snakes like me exist in the world and they will take advantage of you if you vent to them. For fuck's sake!
Like, maybe that's why so many people are upset about it, because it's a video that spreads genuinely harmful misinformation about mental health and abuse.
Such as, for example, do not vent to the beginner dude because he will take advantage of you? That doesn't seem harmful, that seems actually pretty helpful.
He claims it was just his wording that was bad, but the issue isn't just bad wording. It's how you're accusing them of seeking attention and calling them disgusting for having suicidal thoughts. That's way more than just bad wording.
Bitch, I wake up automatically. My cycle wakes me up at 3 a.m. and I'm not venting to anyone about it. Alright? That guy was crying about waking up at 6 a.m. That fella had 3 hours of sleep more than me. And he was crying. So again, waking up at 6 a.m. and going to school is not hard. It's just, I know everybody hates school. But again, you do not vent about that type of stuff. And another thing, you do not vent in the internet worldwide, you vent to people you genuinely trust.
He also claims in the comments he was taking accountability by admitting he worded things badly, but there's a huge difference between wording things badly and genuinely being in the wrong. When you say you worded things badly, that's implying you still agree with what you said, you just think you should have worded it better. What you said in the video was undeniably wrong and honestly offensive towards people who are abuse victims or struggling with mental illness. He just completely skips over the criticism for this part despite it being only 5 minutes long and making up about like a giant chunk of the video, like about a third of the video. And the points I mentioned are being rather valid based off of my own actual experiences with both abuse and mental health. Which is honestly kind of ironic for a guy who accuses people who disagree with him of skimming through his videos or cherry picking. I feel like the real reason he just skipped over this part is because the points I made are genuinely valid.
They are as valid as zoophilia. If you know, you know. You can be sure about that one.
And someone who has actually experienced abuse and mental health issues, and you can't really debunk the point of having a device doesn't mean you aren't being abused, and you can't just accuse people you know nothing of about faking mental illness for attention. He skips over to my Poggy video and tries to say that it is as bad as he was exaggerating, but if you actually watch the animation we're talking about and compare it to other 16+ content, you can see for yourself. Once again, links will be in the description. He gets angry about me calling them mildly suggestive. Once again, links will be in the description. He gets angry about me calling them mildly suggestive.
Gooners defend Gooners. Oh my god, always the same shit. She's saying that the Podgy... you know what? Watch the video for yourself and decide yourself. She calls this mildly suggestive.
Couple X girls and a half for 40. Tonight's the night, it's a glitter orgy.
Remember, mildly suggestive.
Thinking of the ways I can make you come. Flip me around and come get some.
That is a furry doggy style position. What the fuck?
Me calling them mildly suggestive, mildly suggestive, mildly suggestive, mildly suggestive. Because of this audio, I won't be playing it, but the link will be in the description with the other link so you can see it is genuinely not that bad.
I beg your pardon?
And now you understand why you get harassed and dumped in the trash bin. Cunt!
Besides the lyrics and some mildly, and when I say mildly, I mean mildly suggestive poses.
No, stop! What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Me! What am I doing with my life? I could be doing anything. No! Oh my God! No!
No! Still
Mildly suggestive poses. Are you kidding me? And then you say, oh yeah, besides the lyrics, which is half of the reason why I made this video. The lyrics is piled in with the animation. You do realize that. So don't just say, besides the lyrics and some mildly suggestive poses. Those are not mildly suggestive poses. Paired with the lyrics, it is very, very easy to tell what she's trying to hint at.
And maybe I was wrong and they are more suggestive than I believed. As someone who has had like unrestricted internet access since I was very young, I might just be desensitized. From my perspective, is it not that bad for a 16+ video, which I should have specified in my video. I was talking about it in the context of it being labeled as 16+, and to my beliefs, it is genuinely not that bad for something labeled 16+.
Problem is, it is not labeled at 16 plus because it is not restricted for people that are only 16 plus, and even if it was restricted, most teenagers, such as me included, have 18 plus accounts because I wanna see guns. Fucking YouTube restricting guns.
He also mentions how I said besides the lyrics, and I said besides the lyrics because the lyrics are normal from a song from an artist like that.
She is genuinely degenerate, isn't she? Oh my god, I'm debating with a rock over here.
Plenty of teenagers listen to Aisha Erotica. A ton of teenagers in my high school listen to Aisha Erotica. And are we just forgetting about the shut up and sleep with me meme or the go hard meme, which are also old popular animation memes that contain suggestive lyrics and poses?
Well, those are also immoral, vulgar, disgusting, and are very problematic if not 18 restricted. Because by you restricting a video 18 plus, you're at least showing the public that you care somewhat about who is watching your stuff. But by putting warnings, you show that you don't give a fuck about neglecting kids. And you don't mind kids watching your stuff. Actually, you know who show pornographic stuff to children? Pedophiles! I could go on and call Podgy a pedophile from now on for the simple fact that she or he does not restrict her content to 18 plus when it has to be. I did it with Sashly a couple of videos ago. And I'll do it with all the furries that do the same thing.
With the go hard meme literally having characters doing thrusting motions. This is very normal for 16+ animation memes, and it's not bad in the context of being a 16+ animation meme, and I still stand by that. He then says it's disgusting.
This animation is vulgar, disgusting, and vile.
And calls my wording manipulative. It's just a regular animation meme.
Oh yeah, a totally normal, regular animation meme. You see the manipulative language she uses here? It's disgusting how little humility you have and how you agree with such vulgarity. This is the type of shit you'd expect to see on an adult website, not YouTube.
Saying this type of animation is the type you'd see on an adult website, and it's disgusting to defend this, quote, vulgarity. As I said in my first video, he makes it sound like it's straight up corn, but it's just an average 16+ animation meme. This is very normal for 16+ animation memes, and if you don't like 16+ videos having 16+ content, then maybe try not watching those videos. And about the adult website comment, this just shows you don't know what adult content actually is.
Because he's not supposed to, maybe?
Very much is not adult website material. Anyone who's ever seen what adult website material looks like knows this. This really just shows that, as I said in my initial video, you should not be interacting with this content if you clearly cannot handle it. I wasn't trying to say the animation meme wasn't suggestive. I was trying to say it's not bad in comparison to other 16+ content out there, and it's just a regular 16+ animation meme. I wasn't intending to downplay or seem manipulative. I was saying this in the context of it being labeled as 16+.
However, it is still breaking YouTube terms of service. It says clearly there, quote, explicit content meant to be sexually gratifying is not allowed in YouTube. Alright? Things such as nudity or particular nudity that's meant for sexual gratification is not allowed.
He then tries to debunk my point on the fact the channel and video were both labeled as 16+, saying that it's just a tiny label in the corner of the video.
Yeah, tiny little label at the corner of the video. Guys, don't worry. I put it in size 4 font at the very corner of the video.
But it's literally the first thing we see in the title, and it's in the thumbnail, which is a warning.
Welcome back to Fox News. Today we have a report that a store got robbed at 12 p.m. today at midday. Our reporter David is right there, reporting the incident. David, what the hell did happen at the store, and how did it exactly get robbed? Well, first of all, good afternoon, Jacob. And I have literally no idea, but it seems like the owner didn't have security guards. Instead, he had a gun free zone sign in order to protect his store from robbers. I'm gonna pass you to him. Give me a moment. So, this is so unfair. I literally had my no gun sign, and this terrorist, Nazi fascist just bypasses it and ignores it and pulls up a gun to me, and I tell him you can't do that. This is a gun-free zone. 16+ warnings are the exact same thing as no gun zone signs towards robbers. You see, children don't give a fuck if you have 1 or 2 or even 3 warnings about the content being 16. They're gonna watch it anyways. So that's why you have to restrict your content. Just like you need a guard in your store to keep it safe, you cannot rely on a sign that says no gun zone, because again, criminals don't care, just how kids don't care about 16+ warnings.
Just like how video games have their age ratings in the corner on the back of the case.
Yes, but parents have to buy that to the kid. He cannot go to the store and buy it alone.
The label is there and it's easily visible, and if a kid isn't old enough to be responsible enough on the internet and listen to the labels that are there to protect them, they shouldn't have unrestricted internet access. YouTube is not a babysitting service. They will not parent your kids for you and have never been a space that's 100% safe for children. This is why sites like YouTube Kids exist.
Yeah, but it has the exact same problems. I was exposed to P-word in YouTube Kids when I had 8 years old.
Special spaces specifically made to be safe for children. YouTubers are not babysitters. This is an issue with parents not paying attention to what their kids watch online, not an issue with the YouTuber who are creating and properly labeling this content. He then tries to say it attracts kids due to vibrant colors.
The thing that you got to understand is that when she's presenting her video in a very ostentatious manner that attracts kids due to the vibrance and everything, the colors, and she takes 0 precautions to at least age restrict the video, she is partly at fault of what's happening, which is kids being exposed to very vulgar, vile, disgusting stuff.
Which I don't want to even get into, because who the hell has said vibrant colors are only for kids? Plenty of 16+ and even 18+ content uses bright colors without the intention of bringing in kids. For example, the video game Class of 09 has a lot of brightly colored color schemes for the characters, and it is most definitely not for little kids. There are adult cartoons like BoJack Horseman that use bright colors but are also most definitely not for kids. Bright colors in art does not automatically equal for kids, and the internet is not childproof. This is an issue with parents not monitoring what their kids are watching and kids not listening to warnings that are there to protect them.
Yes, but that does not mean you can neglect art, whatever you want, and whatever art you want out there. You need to put age restrictions. Do at least the bare minimum.
You cannot blame a YouTuber for something that is the result of a parent's inaction.
Yes, I can. Watch me do it currently. Alright, you're acting very narcissistic. Alright, everybody's at fault but you and your goner friends. God.
If your kid is too young to understand they shouldn't click on content that's clearly labeled as not safe for them, your kid shouldn't have unsupervised access to the internet. And he claims that just because this is common in the animation meme community doesn't make it right, while Poggy isn't the first animator to do this and won't be the last.
Did you hear the point I said in my video before? Which I'm assuming you didn't, because you probably just scrolled through the first 1 minute of the video and called it a day. Because if you would have watched 1 more minute into the video, you would have seen my response to this. But I will say it again, that is an appeal to majority phallic statement.
Which, I just want to say, making 16 plus content that's labeled as 16 plus isn't some evil act. More than okay to not like 16 plus content, but that doesn't mean everyone who creates 16 plus content is some vile degenerate.
What the actual fuck did you just say to me right now? Get out of my sight. Get out of my sight.
The way he says this and his points about kids really makes it sound like he's trying to imply they're preying on kids' reviews, which is not true whatsoever, and implying this is not okay. He proceeds to say they should have age restricted the video, but when you post a video on YouTube with comments available, you have to click this little "this video is not made for kids" button. There are a variety of reasons why a content creator wouldn't completely age restrict a video, like how age restricted videos don't—
Psych! Nobody gives a damn shit. Now age restrict that fucking shit, or we are gonna fucking harass that fucker until they jump off a brick.
tend to be pushed out as much as non-age restricted videos, and there's nothing that requires an age restriction according to YouTube's guidelines.
Hold on, let me see where it is. Alright. Now, nudity or partial nudity that's meant for sexual gratification. That's not allowed. Age restricted content. Well, such it is. Whether the language used in the video is graphic or lewd. Whether the subject's actions in the video encourage sexual or arousal, such as by touching breast or genitals or revealing undergarments. No, I don't know what undergarment is. Whether the clothing would be generally unacceptable in public context, such as lingerie. Whether sexual imagery or audio has been blurred, masked, or obscured. Whether sexual imagery or audio is fleeting or prolonged in the content. Yep, that one fits. It fits this one. Whether content invites others to participate in a challenge involving sexual acts. The above isn't completed. Well, I read the TOS, and according to the TOS, it has to be age restricted. I'm gonna call it a day. This faggot, or retarded, or whatever you wanna call it, this animator, or artist, or autist, whatever you wanna call her. Wait, I'm actually also autistic. Huh. Well, but at least I'm not a gooner. So this gooner right here is basically protecting furry porn. Funniest part is that she later on says I'm not protecting furry porn, LFMAO. So basically I'll call it a day. The TOS have been written, and as you see, it should be age restricted. So, spreading misinformation about my boy. Whining and crying. Later on saying that there is no problem with furry porn being on YouTube. And later on defending it, that it should not be age restricted. That is, like, quite disgusting.
Yet you're in the comments of your response agreeing with people who accuse me of defending furry porn, which is not what I was intending to do whatsoever.